I'm going to call to order this meeting of Monroe County Board of Commissioners work session. It is Thursday, March 27th. I'll note for the record that Commissioner Madeira and myself are present, and Commissioner Jones is not present today. We have an item on our published agenda regarding Karst Farm Athletic Complex improvements and dirt.
Well, and I have here Greg Nettleton from the Stormwater. He was on a site visit yesterday. We had Lisa Ridge, we have had Erica there from Stormwater, we had our engineers, we had our vendor for things for the soil that is being removed from fields 9, 11, and 12. We have more soil than we anticipated because we have to get down to the clay, so we have a hard surface for the carpet. And we are out of places to put that soil at Karst Farm Park. We have stashed it everywhere, but we are out. And it was suggested that there is room between Karst Farm Park and the highway garage. There's a field there. Ridge, I think, sent you an email that says that she has no problems with depositing the soil over there. So we're asking the commissioner's approval to deposit soil over there permanently, pending approval from planning and stormwater. And Greg's here if you have a stormwater question about that. It'll be feathered out, the design will be made, it'll be approved by hopefully stormwater, and we'll go about our business. But it's your property, and if not, we're going to have to truck it somewhere, which I don't have the money to do.
And it is, it's good soil, so I assume that if we needed it for something, we could.
I mean, I don't know your definition of good soil.
Meaning not.
It's not contaminated.
It's not contaminated.
No.
There you go.
It probably has a little clay in it and whatnot.
Right.
I wouldn't put it on an athletic field.
No, right. I hear that. All right, so so they're all in favor of using that space. Do you have any questions?
No, it's the most expeditious and affordable way of dealing with this, so.
Good with it. I don't know.
And I do have another topic after we talk about this same subject, though.
Mr. Cockrell, do we need to do a vote on this?
I don't, but I will just let you know that I've asked them to let me know when they know the volume and things like that to see if that. And I also think I'll talk to Richard to see if there may be other areas where we need soil.
Sure.
Keeping in mind that you'll have to truck it then.
Yeah.
And that costs money.
No, of course.
Okay.
But we've got these things at a highway department that can move soil.
Cannot speak for the highway department.
I got you.
Okay. Back to, do you need a vote, Jeff? What'd you say?
I think that if they say you can do it, I'm not sure they need a.
Yes, I'm a yes.
Yes.
So I also have something that's related.
Okay.
Is field 12 is the farthest back field. There's a railroad, and then there's a farm field that the airport owns. And unbeknownst to us, they're having horrible erosion problems. And this last rain that happened about a few weeks ago with the snow and the melt and all that stuff, we had a sediment flow.
Wow.
Okay? That we did not anticipate. So our engineer is now designing a soil sediment basin catcher, and we're redoing our ditch and doing everything we can do on our end because we cannot have soil on our new turf. Okay. And at the same time, the airport is also doing a erosion mitigation plan, but unfortunately it got all wiped out during that last storm. Hopefully they'll keep up on that. But the park board met last night, and this was all due respect. They have voted to pay for all this because we want to protect our investment, but they also asked me to ask you in the airport if you wanted to donate any funds, since they believe this wasn't our fault and we did not calculate this in our, we will go over budget.
So
But They're going to
Here's-
cover it because they want to keep the project moving, but they said, please just ask. Respectfully.
Here's what I'm thinking, since Jeff's here and he regularly attends airport board meetings. I think this is something the airport board, and maybe if we could get Mr. Nettles or Ms. Penna, somebody there with you to talk through the situation and what the airport board can do purchase-wise to stop this. Because I'm not sure their mitigation plan is really all about, we can't let this sentiment into Cars Farm Park. I don't think that's their goal. It's not their goal. I'm going to tell you that right now. Yeah. So what we need to do is have that discussion at an airport board meeting. What do you think?
I think that the airport board has authority over the airport land, and so I think if it's coming from the airport, it should be discussed with them, and so probably I would touch base with Carlos first.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I would wait till I talked to him this morning, and he doesn't sound to be the healthiest fellow in the world.
It's no rush.
Yeah. So I think having a conversation with the airport board, maybe even a conversation with Carlos first to kind of understand what they're doing out there with their. My memory is that we're not really touching a lot of those fields, which sounds like where it's coming.
We're kind of
Aviation, airway based.
But I'm wondering if our stormwater department could come up with some short-term assistance in terms of advice. Okay, this fencing will help you, this berm will help you, this, yeah.
Certainly. We'd be more than happy to work with them on advice.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think that would be really useful, and if you could say like, oh, it's gonna cost you like 10 grand to do this, but this will help until we get this basin in, or whatever the answer is. Y'all work together, great, just, I think you should work on this together.
Oh, we will. The park board just wanted me to mention it to you
I
all.
appreciate that, and I think you're smart to ask that question, because this is an issue, and I'm gonna get off track here for a second, but so please forgive me in advance. But this is the issue that we have in Monroe County. We have drainage areas that are not draining well. Because of development, and now we have a legislature that wants to tell us that we shouldn't be addressing stormwater at all, because my gosh, it just doesn't matter. It can't be that bad, can it? Well, this is an example. I mean, but this could be somebody's home, it could be somebody's basement. Please leave us alone, legislature. Anyway, I digress. As always. So I think that stormwater parks and airport can come up with a really good solution. But we're always here if there's something we can do to help. We don't have any money, but if we can help with anything else, let us know.
Absolutely fine.
right.
And the park board does appreciate everything the commissioners have done in the past and in the future. So it was a respectful request.
Oh, I'm kudos to them. Tell them I said thank you for asking.
I will.
Yeah. But Jeff will be a big help for you as well, because he can get something on the agenda since he attends those meetings, and that will be very useful for you, I think.
We can still do more than stormwater thoughts and prayers.
Okay. Do you need anything else? Or yeah. Thank you for letting us
lobbying
use
paper
your
towels.
property for soil deposits,
Yeah.
permanent soil
Thank you.
deposits.
All right.
And if someone asks you, because I guess someone just asked me just a few minutes ago, they'll notice there is a soil deposit at Cars Farm Park that looks really big and long, and they wonder like, what are you doing? Well, we're stashing it everywhere we can find, but we're going to probably turn that into an ADA path. So,
Awesome.
it looks
Perfect.
like a I'm not sure. It looks like a really big hill and mound, but once we start to do this and we can get the right grade at some point, we will make an ADA
Very nice.
up to that parking lot. So
Cool.
it's all good in the end. It just
Cool.
looks bizarre.
Just don't come back in the next couple years and say, we need to buy soil. That's all I'm gonna ask.
We've never been, we have
I don't think
enough
we've ever
soil.
done that, but.
No,
yeah.
and the place that we're gonna put the soil, we've used before, like
Yeah.
10 years ago. Must've been really low. Oh, why I'm here? Well, actually, it's same topic. And I won't be here forever. Yeah. And one request that soccer parents and athletic parents make continually is a second exit out of Cars Farm Park. And the only logical place to go is from Cars Farm Park, somewhere on the Fairgrounds Highway Department to that road. No one wants to do that in that group that I just said, but someday, because probably Jody may know that
I hear you.
on a Saturday, you could get stuck there for 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I digress, and you might want to think about it for the
We'll
next
work on
10
that.
year.
Thank you. That's gonna help. Yeah, so we'll work on that.
Using the kind of the access to the garage that your people use, because there's one that comes off the, what is it, Enright Road there?
You said people. What people?
Your staff, where
Our staff
there's
doesn't.
there's a driveway that comes up and goes kind of behind fields 1 and 2, and it just kind of ends at that garage. Would that?
Do you mean west, not field 1 and 2, like field 12, field 11?
No, just north of fields 1 and 2. There's a kind of a gravel drive that seems to go back to where
It goes right back to the parking lot.
to your maintenance.
Yeah, but see, you're loading off on the same road, okay? And it anywho.
Well,
Anywho.
here's a.
Engineers can figure this out.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Ayers was here earlier. I would say have a little chit chat with him about whether that is a possibility. But I do, in terms of, well, there's already a driveway cut, but I'm not familiar with where you're talking about. So.
I know what you're talking about, but basically you're dropping off on the same road.
It would be the same road, but it would also.
But maybe it would be an exit point.
People in the back of the park want to exit
Oh,
westerly
yeah. Right.
toward Ellettsville.
Right. But if it's 45 minutes or get out of Kersham Park, I think they'll just, right? Huh? If their other option is to sit for 45 minutes so they can go west, I think they would just take whatever exit was available.
We have one.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Now I'll just tell you this before this comes up. The Fair Board has been very gracious in letting us go through their property for tournaments and maybe some big Saturday days. We don't want to wear our welcome out because once we go onto their property, people could drive all over their buildings and stuff. So we're grateful for all that they have given us, but that's not a permanent solution.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that, I know that we allow the Fair Board access during fair this winter when they had the lights where they're accessing through the highway, kind of going the back way. So it sounds like we may have something that we can negotiate with, if you will.
Let's work on that. I guess
We're working. It's just a problem that's been coming up, and it won't go away. So
No, it'll get even better because we're going to be so packed. So not a bad problem to have.
correct. Do you need anything else? I think that's all I can think of.
No, I think we're good. Thank you.
Thank you for great.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Mr. Cockrell.
I have two kind of updates. One is I'm pleased to say that we have executed the deeds for center properties themselves and those properties east of College Avenue in that area to the Capital Improvement Board. They have been signed, not recorded. I have them in my office because we needed the Capital Improvement Board to sign off on the sales disclosure form, and they did that yesterday, but I didn't get back before 4 p.m. to get those recorded. So happy to say that that is moving. The other thing is at Tuesday night's council meeting, we had made a request to them to help to fund a study by Baker Tilly involving the Bean Blossom Steinsville fire protection, and the council did approve that contract for that to be on your agenda in the next week.
Okay, thank you. All right, good. We're good? Done? All right, excellent. With that, we are adjourned. Our next meeting is April 3rd, right here in the Net Yoho room. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Katz. Thank you, TSD. Get well soon, Greg, and we're out.